I'm Daryl Lane, and I'm in all black, literally.
And I'm Noah Taluki.
And you're listening to the third ever episode of What's Your Take? So, Noah, what do you make of this whole Cam Newton situation?
Well, Daryl, with this game, this big game for the Panthers coming up against my Detroit Lions, Cam, you got to be more mature, man. I mean, I think Cam has done a good job throughout his whole career of staying true with his comments and all that. But now that was just uncalled for. Of course, it was just something that was about 5 seconds. Just talking about Devin Funchess, Michigan man. But yeah, Cam, it's going to be a big distraction, and I think that Panthers are going to lose against my Lions because I think this distraction is just going to be too much for them.
Now, how stupid do you have to be to say this? Not even the fact that it's just stupid in general, the fact that he would say that, but so. You know, it's funny. Remember when Donald Sterling said all these things about black people? He was like, oh, why you got to hang out with all those black people? At least he had the decency to say in the privacy of his home. If you're going to say ignorant things, say it in your house. Why are you saying ignorant things when 20 other people are around?
Yeah, I don't know what was getting to his head, but he didn't even apologize to the reporter.
Cam Newton had his allegations in Florida, which is why he ended up going to community college with a stolen laptop, sulking on the sidelines with the towel over his head. And now this. Cam Newton is immature. He's a petulant brat.
I think he's smart, though.
No. He's a petulant. You're not smart if you say that.
Not in that case, but
No.
overall,
You're not too smart of a dude if you say that. That's SOS. Stuck on stupid.
All right, whatever you say, Daryl. But the New England Patriots, the prohibited Super Bowl favorites entering the season, have struggled with a 2-2 record at the first quarter mark of the season. So, Daryl, is it time to panic on the New England Patriots?
I'm going to say yes, begrudgingly. And the reason why I say yes is because they have no pass rusher. Their offensive line has not played well. There's no really impact players on defense necessarily. And it's all Tom Brady right now. Now, they were the prohibited Super Bowl favorite going into the season. What have you seen that would make you say they can be that, besides the fact that Tom Brady's playing extraordinary as usual?
Well, Daryl, we have to remember as well that at this point of the season, 2 years ago, Patriots were sitting at 2-2. They ended up going to the Super Bowl. Remember that? We're on to Cincinnati sort of deal. When they lost big time to the Chiefs, people were saying the era was over. But, Belichick, I think he's the best in the business, and really, he is so good at taking these teams far in the playoffs, winning the division, all that, and he can really rally the troops. And I really think, Tom Brady, like you said, has really been stepping up for this Patriots team, but I think the emergence of Brandon Cooks is going to help in that offense as well. And I agree with you on the defense. Somebody has to step up on that defense. Is it going to be Dante Hightower? Is it going to be Kyle Van Noy, the ex-Lion? Is it going to be... Oh, wait, Rob Ninkovich is retired.
Rob Ninkovich is gone.
No, but is it going to be Malcolm Butler? Where's he? So I think somebody on the defense has to really step up because this defense is not doing so pretty right now.
Cam Newton, who's known as a running quarterback, not a pocket quarterback, lit them up.
Yes.
They made Alex Smith a downfield thrower. They made Alex Smith look like the MVP. Mm-hmm. There are certain things you can't fix. You can coach, but you have to have talent to the coach. Who is getting after the quarterback on this team?
Well, Daryl, I know that Alex Smith performance was not expected at all. But we're gonna really have to see. What they have? Oh wait, Chris Long is in Philadelphia. They have. I could see Kyle Van Noy stepping up.
No, they have no pass rush.
They haven't had anybody lately. So
now off to the rookies. Running back Kareem Hunt and quarterback Deshaun Watson have taken the NFL by storm, with Watson leading the NFL in QBR with a score of 79 and Hunt leading the NFL in rushing with 502 yards. So, Noah, who is in better position to win Rookie of the Year right now, Deshaun Watson or Kareem Hunt?
I'm going to have to say Kareem Hunt on this one because Deshaun Watson, he didn't start the first game of the year yet. We've only seen him really in 3 games, and a little bit of the first game, but of course he didn't start. But he's really electrified this offense for the Texans, and they scored 57 points. Do you remember when they got destroyed by the Jaguars week 1?
Wait, so who should win?
I'm getting to that. But Kareem Hunt is the featured player on a 4-0 offense for the Chiefs. Right now, I think Kareem Hunt is in a better position to win this award as of now. Because you never know if Deshaun will struggle in the stretch. Kareem Hunt, I feel like if they really ride him, if they really give him the ball, I think he can do some damage because Dalvin Cook's gone. Dalvin Cook's out for the season.
Now, who won Rookie of the Year last year?
Dak Prescott.
And who got second?
Ezekiel Elliott.
Now, I see those two situations similar. Star rookie running back coming up playing really well, and you have the young quarterback that's also playing really well, and he's leading a playoff team. Deshaun Watson will get the award solely on the fact that he is a quarterback, and that by that measure, he can have more of an impact on the team. When Tom Savage was quarterback, they were hot garbage. Jacksonville beat them. And when Deshaun Watson, they almost beat New England in New England. Kareem Hunt probably should win the award, but he won't win.
All right. We'll have to see how that plays out. But the MLB postseason is here, folks. Getting into gear with the American League and the National League divisional playoffs starting today. Astros, Red Sox, Indians, Yankees, and on the NL side we have the Dodgers and Diamondbacks and I believe, Nationals, Cubs. So, Terrell, who's winning this World Series?
The Cleveland Indians are going to win the World Series. And if they lose, they will lose to the Yankees. This is the reason. The pitcher controls the game in baseball. The Cleveland Indians have the best pitching staff in the MLB. And I'm just going to read you these stats. Corey Kluber, 18 wins. Carlos Carrasco, 18 wins. Trevor Bauer, 17 wins. All 3 of their pitchers, top 5 in the MLB in wins.
Bauer's got a 4.14 ERA.
Then Corey Kluber leads the major leagues in ERA, 2.25. The next closest is Chris Sale with 2.90. That's a big difference. Their pitching is elite. It's the best in baseball. And for a team to beat them, they're going to have to get extremely hot.
Oh, yes.
And maybe a team like the Yankees with guys like Aaron Judge, a Judge that can hit the long ball, can do it. But in a 7-game series, far being extraordinary circumstances, nobody is beating this team.
Darryl, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I'm going to have to go against the hometown Indians here. And I am going to have to pick the Houston Astros. They got, at the trade deadline, my man from the Detroit Tigers. That's why I'm wearing this shirt today. Justin Verlander. They got him to solidify that pitching lineup. They have Verlander starting game 1, Colin McHugh starting game 2, and Dallas Keuchel, the Cy Young winner from 2 years ago, starting game 3 in this ALDS. This pitching lineup's loaded. They have Altuve, a perennial AL MVP candidate. I see him riding high, beating the Indians in the ALCS, and beating the Los Angeles Dodgers in the World Series. Justin Verlander is going to get his much-needed World Series ring, something that he could never win in Detroit. He wants revenge, 3rd time's a charm, because this will be his 3rd World Series that he'll be in.
How are they going to beat the Indians?
The pitching's going to mow them down, Darryl, just like you said. You said that they have the best in the MLB. I think the Houston Astros have the best pitching staff right now.
Statistics would disagree with you.
Verlander has been lights out his 5 starts against for the Astros.
Besides Verlander.
Dallas Keuchel has a 2 ERA. Colin McHugh in the 2s as well. Brad Peacock, he's a star. He was a starter in the regular season. He'll probably move to the bullpen. He's reliable.
Noah, you are the definition of a homer. But now off to basketball.
I'm not living in Houston.
LeVar Ball is taking his youngest son, LaMelo, out of school to be homeschooled. LeVar says, I'm going to make him the best basketball player ever. It's good for Melo. Less distractions. He just needs to focus. So, Noah, do you love or hate this move?
I don't like this move at all by LeVar. I mean, I'm going to admit, a lot of people aren't LeVar Ball fans, but I'm a big LeVar Ball fan. I like the entertainment that he brings. He's all talk. You know, I'm better than Michael Jordan. You know, it's funny to watch. But is LaMelo really that good to take him out of high school just to train him on basketball? Maybe does LeVar think maybe he can get better by just focusing on basketball?
Well, what's the downside of him being homeschooled?
He's not going to get that senior year experience like a lot of us have in high school. Plus, he'll probably only be playing AAU basketball.
Maybe he doesn't want that. Some people want different things.
Maybe.
And he's at a public school. He's famous. Do you think that's the safest thing for him anyway, to be at a public school? I mean, he drives a Lamborghini. Somebody could probably steal it. I mean, he's one of the most well-known high school.
He's got to keep his car locked.
He's one of the most well-known high school kids in the entire country.
That's true.
I mean, and he's a basketball player. He wasn't here to play school. And as most people don't like that, that's just the case.
A lot of fame in that Ball family, but I think you got to get your high school diploma, man, before you go off. I mean,
he's gonna be homeschooled.
Right, but I'm saying that he should have gotten his high school degree. He should not be homeschooled.
But if he still gets his degree, then what's the difference?
Just that whole experience with the senior year in high school and trying to win a state championship, trying to win a national championship at I believe Chino Hills.
Maybe
right?
he doesn't want to. Maybe he wants to get better as a basketball player.
You can still get better at Chino Hills is one of the top 10 schools in the country.
Because he made them top 10. Because like LeVar said, his ball boys came there, and the coach didn't acquiesce to what he wanted them to do. So if he's the dad, he knows his kids best. Why hate on him? I mean, Lonzo's in the NBA. LiAngelo has a full scholarship to UCLA, and LaMelo has a full scholarship to UCLA. He's doing something right. He's doing something right.
Could be some influence there in the Pac-12. But Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, they're back in the news again. When he was discussing what's next for him, and he says that there's an interim belt on the line right now. That's an option. Of course, the Nate Diaz trilogy fight is there. Maybe one of these boxing guys, maybe Paulie Maglianini, would come over to do an MMA bout, or Floyd. Maybe I could entice Floyd back. We could either do a rematch in boxing, or like he said originally, we'll do an MMA fight next. But they are the options that are on the table for me right now. So, Daryl, would you watch a Conor McGregor versus Floyd Money Mayweather Part 2?
Yes, I would watch it just because it's Floyd Money Mayweather, but I wouldn't. I don't think it'll be a competitive fight. I mean, I don't think it should happen, but I would watch it just to watch it because I think it'd be interesting.
Oh, Daryl, well, it'd have to be a competitive fight like that last fight. I don't think I've never seen a fight ever in my life on TV, but what I've heard is, I mean, you're spending $100. I mean, look at that Pacquiao fight. Everybody was talking about how it was so unentertaining. What a waste of my money. I'm hoping if there's a part 2 here, even though Money said that he was going to retire, I don't know why he would come back, but if there was a part 2, I would want to get my money's worth for this fight, and I would want. You don't think
people got their money's worth last fight?
They did, but this fight, I'm just hoping that one of them just doesn't win handily. I'm hoping it's a fun fight. That's what fans like to watch. And of course, I mean, Daryl, if there were a part 2, it'd be all about the money. I mean, you see how much money the fighters make and the TV people make. It'd be all about money if they did in part 2. But I don't know if these fighters would want to agree to come back.
Floyd will come back.
Even though he retired?
That man's counting dollar signs. You know what? I was talking to somebody. You know what they said? Floyd might not be able to read, but he can count pretty well. He can count really well. He just keeps counting those bills. Oh, yeah. And if it's enough money, Floyd Mayweather will do it.
That's why he's got money in his name.
Now, JCU football rebounded against Wilmington, winning 72-14, but are still not back in the college football top 25 rankings yet after being ranked in the top 10 to begin the season. So, Noah, should JCU football be ranked?
Well, Daryl, if they keep it up,
should they be ranked right now?
Right now, no. I'm gonna totally admit that they lost against Heidelberg and they lost against Oshkosh. But those are 2 very good teams. But I see them on the bubble. I don't see them quite in the top 25 yet.
What do they have to do for them to be ranked?
They're gonna have to go on a tear. I mean, they're gonna have to beat Ohio Northern, and they might actually have to beat Mount Union in order to work up into that top 25.
So
those are going to be the two toughest
their
games.
last game of the season is against Mount, I believe. Let's say they're undefeated up to that point. Should they be ranked?
Yes.
Now,
yes.
Why?
I mean, the thing is this. I mean, look at how much points that offense put up on Saturday. 72 points. I mean, mind you, that was against Wilmington. Wilmington's not really that consistent.
They almost lost.
Helmets.
They almost lost to BW though.
I know that was close. It's a rivalry game. They're playing for the what is it? The potato or whatever it is, the rock, whatever that rivalry trophy is over there. But the golden something. Always gonna be a close game. But I could see them if they keep up this offense. If they really step up on defense, All-Americans Mason McKendrick and Ray Brown. Ray Brown could really step up on that pass rush and McKendrick really solidifies that defense, I think John Carroll could be in for a nice long trip in the playoffs.
But how can they be? Well, they're not going to the playoffs now. That's not happening.
No, if they beat Mount Union in Ohio Northern, they could be in.
No. They're not beating Mount. Mount's blowing out teams by like 30 points.
You got to stay positive, Daryl. I mean, Blue Streaks, you go to school here. We got to stay hyped about this.
Superfan Noah Taluki, very unobjective.
but in the other sport, football, JCU soccer lost to Heidelberg, their first loss of the season, 3-2, but look to bounce back with 2 road games. So, Daryl, can John Carroll soccer, can they rebound and work their way back up in the rankings?
Well, if I'm going to give the Noah Taluki answer, of course, JCU soccer is the best program in the country. They could probably beat Ohio State's soccer team. They're the best soccer team in the world. You know what? Their best player is probably better than Messi, probably better than Ronaldo. That is how good John Carroll's soccer team is. To give the Noah answer. But yes, they probably will. It's only one game.
I'm not that much of a homer, Daryl.
You picked the Astros on the sole fact that Verlander was on their team.
Everybody in Detroit's cheered for him.
Besides, you are a homer.
I've watched two John Carroll soccer games this season, and their passes are so crisp, and it's just they just play differently than most teams in a good way. And that defense is so good, and they're really pushing the ball up the field a lot, and they're getting some goals, especially from Jesse Marinero. I believe he's the 7th goal scorer in John Carroll history. So if John Carroll can really keep this up, they'll be back within the top 5, and we'll be seeing them as a high seed in that NCAA tournament. And they're going to go far, just like the football team, I predict.
You know the football. Wait. I just want to say, you know the football with football. You know it's like there's like a committee, right?
Yes.
What is their body of work done to show? Not unless they beat Mount, even if they do beat Mount. That's 2 losses.
They're going to impress them with all these wins that they're going to have.
So would you put them in over Oshkosh?
I did pick John Carroll over Wisconsin Oshkosh.
No, I'm saying would you put them in over Oshkosh?
I would have to see how Oshkosh plays.
You know if Heidelberg wins out, they win the OAC. Just because they beat Mount, it doesn't mean if they win the OC, there's no chance in how they're going.
Division III is all based on how you perform in your league. So if John Carroll goes in, right now they have 1 league loss, and that was to Heidelberg. They win out, I believe they're going to the playoffs as an at-large bid. Obviously not as a conference automatic. It's kind of like the NCAA.
So then why would they go on over Mount?
Their record will still be good enough.
But Mount would have a better record because we're assuming Mount's undefeated. And they've been blowing everybody out.
They have.
And John Carroll still has 2 losses, so then Mount's still ahead of them.
If they win out, if they win out and say they lose to Mount Union, I think that they could still get in.
If they have 3 losses?
Yes.
How?
Isn't that, can't they be a lower seed?
No.
You gotta believe, Daryl.
We're gonna have to educate Noah on how this actually works, and I will do that after the show. And that is it.